How's it going, everyone? This is Michael for Spirit Comics coming at you with another review of the Inhumans vs. X-Men saga. This is a tie-in from the series The Uncanny Inhumans. I had never heard of this series until I was following this saga, and even then, I really didn't seem to get this specific issue. By that I mean to understand it. The cover is quite strange. It has Medusa on the front there, using her hair to capture somebody. I'm not sure who. The cover in itself is just, I don't know what to make of it. I think that face on the cover there might be that guy Maximus. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's get into the story here. It's it, and it tells us about the Inhumans. But that's this is the prologue of this issue. Some time ago, desperate to protect his people from an oncoming threat, Black Bolt, the Inhuman King, with the help of his brother, the Mad Prince Maximus, detonated a bomb that dispersed massive clouds of Terrigen into Earth's atmosphere. While the Terrigen release ushered in a new age for the Inhumans, people across the planet have manifested powers and learned of their inhuman heritage. The catalyst has turned out to be poisonous to mutants. Both the X-Men and Inhumans have spent months seeking a way to protect mutants from Terrigen sickness, but their efforts have proven futile. Recently, Maximus, who had secretly been since the Terrigen bomb, resurfaced to spring two enemies of the Inhuman royal family from prison. Not knowing the conflict between the mutants and the Inhumans has reached its boiling point. And this story opens up in Miami, South Beach, months ago, it says. And that one in the middle is Maximus the Mad. That's somebody named the Unspoken, and that weird dude is called Lineage. And he says, why are we here? What? You don't like clubs? You just got out of prison? I thought you'd enjoy this. And of course, look at that smug face. It's not that everyone's looking at us. They might know who we are. And Lineage says, yeah, you guys can at least blend in a little, but there ain't no mistaking this pretty face. And so, apparently, this Maximus has a power to make people think whatever he wants. Because he says, "Excuse me, everyone, what is my name?" And of course, they all yell out, "Prince Maximus of Attilan," and look at their eyes. Solid blue. He's like, damn right. And then he just so lightheartedly says, "There, see, of course they know who I am." And he just mind controlled them to say what he wanted them to say. And he said, some folks think so. I prefer to think of myself as unashamed. Never be ashamed of who you are, boys. With that in mind, who are you? And this one is all uptight. It's like, how dare you question me, Maximus? I was king of Attila when you were just a squalling infant. And now you are an old man in ill-fitting sweatpants, truly the most human of all garments. Color me unimpressed. And then he goes off on some Terrigen crystals, which I don't know anything about. And Maxim says, well, yes, if they existed, but they don't, whatever. And so they leave the party. But first he's asking, what can this other one do? One called Lineage. Okay, we know that he's a useless oldster. Really? Oldster? That's actually a word? What about you, Lineage? What can you do? And he has... I don't know how useful his power is. He says this: I can access the memories of anyone in my family. All my inhuman ancestors going all the way back to the start, like 20,000 years ago. Lots of good info there. All kinds of secrets. Really? That's absolutely fascinating, he says. Oh, wait, no, it's not. You're just telling me you can talk to old people. If I want to talk to an old person, I'll just talk to this guy. That's uncalled for, Maximus. And then the FBI steps in, saying that there's an international warrant out for his arrest. And he says, I couldn't agree more, officer. To that end, what is this? Oh, nothing, he says. Really, all these people will slit their throats unless you let me and my special friends walk on out. Now, as you think it over, I'll want you to consider something. So he's going to use his mind-altering powers again, as you can see with this dude here on the right, holding a broken bottle up against his neck. And also the woman behind him doing the same, and two more directly behind Maximus, 2 or 3 more doing the same. He says, if I can do this, then I certainly could have made all of you shove those pistols into your mouths and bang, 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 but I didn't. I believe in letting people make their own choices. Yeah, right. Sure you do, bub. It's always more interesting than anything I might come up with. We don't want anyone to get hurt. So, my friend, choose. And he's mind controlling them all. So if she doesn't make a choice, he'll have them commit suicide. And off we go, he says. Alright, you two, I broke you out of Medusa's jail in New Atlantis because I figured if you were interesting enough to be in jail, then you'd be interesting out of jail. So far, I am unconvinced. I am not convinced this guy is a really interesting character. And he says, I'm also able to admit that first impressions aren't everything. Sometimes people reveal themselves over time. Maybe you guys are great. Who knows? Your arrogance is confounding, Prince. I have to say, I do kind of feel like... Now this is where it just... Oh! Charles Soule wrote this, and I cannot believe he penned these words. They aren't cringy as in, social justice cringy. But it's... Oh, I can't even put it into words. Maximus says, I do have to say, I do kind of feel like having a gang. I haven't had a gang in ages. What do you say? Should we gang? I think we should gang. Lineage says, do you see any other options here? No, I don't. Yeah, me neither. And here it gets worse. Great, let's get out of here. We need to start ganging. Gang won't gang itself, you know. Oh, brother. That almost exhausted me just to read again. And so now they're in some rundown hotel, bored out of their skull, and they want something to do, and they have no idea at all what to do. And Maximus goes on about saying, well, he needs inspiration. So I think Lineage turns on the TV and sees this broadcast at New Attilan, the Inhuman stronghold in the Hudson River in New York City. A number of noted mutants have been identified as participating in the attack, including several members of the X-Men. Speculation is that this incident is connected to the cloud of Terrigen mist traveling around the planet and its toxic effects on mutant kind. The X-Men may be seeking revenge for the events outside Madrid 8 months ago, which resulted in the death of mutant revolutionary Scott Summers, aka Cyclops. Oh man, there it is. That's what I've been looking for, his inspiration. This guy needs locked up. And so he calls on Lineage because he needs to find somebody in the history of Inhumans. And so he says, I'm right here. What do you want? What do you come up with? All his ancestors you can access. Do you have a fellow named Randek in there? So apparently he has them all on his head, I'm guessing. Unspoken says, you think Lineage is descended from the glorious father of Terrigen? Seems rather unlikely. While I don't much like Mr. Unspoken's tone, he's right. No Randek. Got a Rundok, but no Randek. And so Maximus says, okay, who were Randek's closest advisors, the other geneticists who worked with him? Balt, I know him. Who else? Let's see. Kievan, Eileen, Monan. And then Lineage says, wait! Monan! I've got a Monan in here. Well, bring him out. I need to talk to him. Alright, cool. Cool, you just let me just... And then this happens. Now, mind you, I did not read the Inhumans prior to this saga, and I have not read Inhumans since this saga ended. Find him. How long do you suppose we've been trapped in here, man? Forever. How long do you think we'll be in here? Forever. And then all of a sudden, it's like he reaches inside his own body, maybe? Brain? Oh, there you are. So, this couldn't be any weirder or creepier. And then on the next page, we see Lineage pluck him out of wherever he was. Come on, little guy, I've got some work for you. I've got him. Yeah? How does this work? Does he talk through you or what? Sort of. And he tears open his shirt, and there's the guy with his head stuck out of his stomach. It reminds me of something, I just can't remember what. And then it gets even stranger. You, out on the balcony, Maximus says. What? It's blazing hot out there. Do you want me to faint? No, I want you out on the balcony, or I'll make you go. And you, put these on. Turn it up all the way. I don't want to hear anything about your sensitive eardrums. Whatever, man. Now this, we don't see. Empty bubbles. Because this Maximus is talking to this guy, and nobody is meant to understand what is said between them. So it's like 3 panels of uselessness. And then on the next page, Maximus takes a fork and drives it in the dude's head. And all of a sudden, Lineage tears off the headphones and says, "What did you do?" "Oh, thank Randek. I'm finally free." And somehow he got free of his mind or body because now he's dead or something. I just don't get it. I don't see how this connects to the story hardly at all. The saga. "You stabbed me, you son of a..." "No, I stabbed Monin." "It is exactly the same thing." Maximus says, "Look, I'm sorry if you got a little bit stabbed, big deal, but I wanted to make sure Monin could never tell you what he told me. See, now that I've explained, I bet you feel pretty stupid. This guy is pretty arrogant, if you ask me. You better watch your damn back. That's what I say. We'll see who's stupid." Uh-huh. Anyway, let's get the Unspoken back in here. It's time to talk about the plan. So they go to New Mexico because they're going to perform a jailbreak. And this is SHIELD headquarters. Actually, the Dry Gulch SHIELD Maximum Security Detention Facility. So this one, Unspoken, he is given a small piece of Terrigen crystal, which Maximus said was all gone. And when Unspoken consumes this Terrigen crystal, he literally hulks out into a behemoth. This guy. And then he goes off and gets the guy Maximus wants. And does some really good damage in the process. So he gets the person that they want, or at least the Maximus wants, brings him back, and the guy's name is Triton. He says, "Hey there, Triton. Long time no see." Apparently he's, amphibian. "Get it, Maximus? Why are you here?" "Well, isn't that obvious? I decided to break you out. I've always known where you were. I just didn't need you until now. You're a monster. I want nothing to do with you." "No, not yet." And apparently the Terrigen crystal wears off, and then he's back to looking like that. So he says, "Hear me out. This is a time of great crisis and terrible danger for our people again." And he's telling about the mutants and the Inhumans war, and that he now has the formula for how to make Terrigen crystals. And that's why he needs him, Triton. And saying that if he can make Terrigen crystals, then he'll basically be the hero, even though he's a psychotic maniac. So it means he'll get to play hero. This entire story was confusing, and I was like, what? There was little to no action in it, and I don't see how it fits into the overall saga of the Inhumans versus the X-Men. I didn't particularly enjoy it. It was kind of a difficult read a second time. But anyway, that's what I have to say about the Uncanny Inhumans number 18. I'm Michael for Spirit Comics. If you are new to my channel, please do go ahead and subscribe and smash that bell like She-Hulk. Also, like and share the video if you enjoyed it. Till next time, true readers.